Game number 5 set to begin tonight in just a few minutes. The Reading Fightin Phils against the New Hampshire Fisher Cats. Last night, Reading, top of the ninth, they tried to come back. They'd only had 3 hits going into the top of the ninth. They scored 4 and were just one shy of keeping the ball game going. So hopefully they can ride that momentum into tonight's game as both teams are starting with pitchers making their Double-A debut tonight, both of them coming out of High A. It'll be Luis Quinones against Noah Skiro out of High A. Quinones now out on the mound, throwing his final warm-up pitches. We'll go over the defensive positions today. Kerwer back in the lineup. He'll be out and left with Pruitt in center and Armaloye over in right. Groshans returns to the lineup at third base. Martin at short, Taylor in second base, and Podkul gets a defensive start today after returning for the first time in a couple weeks as the designated hitter yesterday. We'll see him at first today. And Chris Beck back behind the plate. Quinones, 9 starts so far this season. They were all down in High A Vancouver. 2-3 on the season with just a 3 ERA. In 39 innings of work, he's got 64 strikeouts. So we'll look to see if he induces a lot of swing and miss out of the Fightin Phils, but they have been very patient at the plate. Seen a lot of guys with 2 or 3 walks per night. And of course, it's going to be Archimedes Gamboa who leads us off tonight. No score bug at the bottom of our stream today, having trouble getting that to pop up. So don't worry, I'll keep you fully informed about the score and the inning as much as I possibly can. The first offering comes in way high to Archimedes Gamboa. 7:08 p.m. We're starting here at Delta Dental Stadium. Game 71 of 120. July 24th. Quinones kicks and fires home. This time, it's right on the inside corner for a called strike. Gamboa, another 2-hit game yesterday. That is his 3rd of the series. He's on a 13-game on-base streak, an 8-game hit streak. 13 is the longest we've seen out of him as he takes another called strike. He did that earlier in the season, so this is his 2nd 13-game on-base streak thus far. And we'll see if he can continue that tonight as he takes a pitch in the dirt. The count evens 2-2. The only person who's had a longer one was Matt Vierling back at the end of May and into June. He had a 15-game on-base streak, but this is Gamboa's 2nd, as I said before, 13-game on-base streak. Couple of guys with some good streaks going as well continued last night as Quinones, the righty, kicks and fires home. It'll be a full count as Gamboa looks to start this game on a good note here in the top of the 1st. And no outs on the board. Beautiful day here in New Hampshire. The entire day, actually, just wonderful. And as the sun begins to set out in left field, we'll see how chilly it gets tonight. The payoff pitch, Gamboa strikes out, swinging upstairs, 94 off the hands of the young Quinones. And that's out number 1. Josh Stephen, who had a rest day yesterday, will head up to the plate now for the first time today. He's also on an on-base streak as well, 4 games. And you don't count the ones they didn't play. But with 1 out now, he'll head up to the dish. Sends this one deep to right field. Pruitt going back. It's Sormiole who makes the catch at the warning track. That's out number 2. 81 degrees here, sunny. Just a few clouds in the sky. And an 8-mile-an-hour winds out to left field, right to left, really, but pushing out of the ballpark. So definitely will benefit righty batters, such as this guy right here, Madison Stokes. Stokes sends the first pitch he sees back into the stands, and the count is 0-1. freshly 24. Luis Quinones sends the 0-1 home to Stokes. It gets above his head. Both of these pitchers today celebrating July birthdays. As Quinones, July 2nd, and Noah Skiro, July 21st. He is 23 years old. The righty takes a deep breath, sends home the 1-1. A called strike at the letters to Madison Stokes. The lights are coming on here at the ballpark. The infield is completely shadowed. Center and right field still in the sun, and left is kind of intermittently in both. Quinones to back, way upstairs once again. Stokes holds off. And it's 2-2. Two outs here in the top of the first. The Fightins are looking for their first base runner, but they won't get it in Madison Stokes as he strikes out swinging. A 3-up, 3-down for Quinones here in the top of the first. The Fightins will send Skiro up to the mound in just a second.
The Reading Fightin-filled birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Customers Bank is a proud continued partner of the United Way of Berks County and the Ready, Set, Read initiative. Ready, Set, Read programs focus on improving literacy skills for children from birth through 3rd grade. The Fundamentals of Reading are a community-wide initiative that bring together schools, businesses, organizations, and individuals throughout our area to improve early grade reading success. Customers Bank and the United Way of Berks County are committed to reading success and urge you and your business to support this worthwhile initiative. For more information on Ready, Set, Read and how you can become involved, please visit readysetreadberks.org. And thank you, Customers Bank, for your continued support.
Skiro throws his final warm-up pitches down to Rodolfo Duran, who's back behind the plate tonight. He'll throw it down to second, and we'll get started off here in the bottom of the first. The Fightins went down 1-2-3 to start things off. And so we'll see what Noah Skiro has to offer. Now the righty sends the first pitch home to Austin Martin. It's upstairs for a ball. Skiro spent most of his time so far this season in Jersey Shore. That's where he came out on the opening day roster as he gets a called strike into Martin. But then hit the injured list and rehabbed a little bit. One appearance in the FCL as a part of his rehab. 3 innings of work there. Just 1 hit and 2 strikeouts. So they brought him back up to Jersey Shore for a week as he gets a called strike into Martin. And had a good 3 innings of work there as well. Just 1 earned run and 4 strikeouts on the board. Martin fouls this one back on the roof. And the count remains 1-2. So they gave him the call back for the initial call up to Double-A the other day. And here he is for his first outing in a Reading Fightin' jersey. Martin stays alive by fouling another one back. And he's putting Skiro to work. Wind picking up a little bit. Blowing my papers around in the press box. And the 1-2 comes in just a little bit outside. We'll go again 2-2. Behind the plate calling the balls and strikes tonight is Corey as Carleone shifts to third and Gabe Alfonso over at first. Swinging strike 3, and that'll do it for out number 1 as Austin Martin goes back into the dugout. A big pickup there by Skiro just to get the first one under his belt. You can kind of take a deep breath on the mound and try to get after it. Now, before he threw his first pitch, he squatted down on the rubber. Didn't draw anything in the dirt, but did seem like he was taking a moment of silence or reflection. Don't want to say prayer, but quite possibly as a student at Liberty University, they're known for their strong belief system coming out of that university. Pitched there for 3 years. A called strike to Samad Taylor, the second one up top, and it's 1-1. He's actually talking to their recruiting coordinator at USC, where he was initially going to go, but that coordinator shifted to become the head coach at Liberty, and Skiro, really enthused by him, chose to head over to Liberty himself. This one popped up the first base side. It's Luke Miller on it. He's in foul territory, but he steps into fair as he makes the catch, and that's out number 2 for Skiro and the Fightin' Phils here in the scoreless bottom of the first. Miller over at first. Madison Stokes will stay put at second. Gamboa over at short with Bryson Stock getting the day off. And, of course, McCarthy Tatum in the hot corner. Granny Kumana back in left as Matt Kroon shifts over to center field. And then Josh Stephen back over at right. This is Kroon's first start in center this season, as Jordan Groshans takes the first pitch. Ball 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Scoreless on both ends, hitless on both ends. But Groshans is going to break that up as he sends one into the gap over on the left side of the infield. And now the Fisher Cats will have a base runner here for LJ Talley with 2 away in the bottom of the first. LJ Talley batting in the cleanup spot today. He'll step into the lefty batter's box. Duran sets up in the outside part of the plate. The pitch comes inside, and it's 1-0. Skiro went undrafted in 2020, which was a tough year for draft prospects, only 5 rounds. So that after that, teams were allowed to start calling on Sunday morning. And Skiro said he got about 19 calls, the Phillies being the first one. You're allowed to start calling at 9 a.m. And he said they called it 8:58 and said it's 9 o'clock on my watch. Let's get to work. 3 straight balls here to Tally. Skiro kicks and fires. This one a called strike, and he'll stay into this at-bat. Had whittled it down to a couple of teams, but Skiro said his biggest reasoning why choosing the Phillies, ground ball right side, but it's foul, and that'll make the count full as he battles back into this at-bat with Tally, was the family atmosphere that the Phillies seem to offer. And also got a personal call from Joe Girardi that really influenced him. He just said it made him feel like a priority. As the payoff pitch comes in, ground ball, Luke Miller fields a weird hop, backhand, and will make the play unassisted. We'll talk more about Skiro in just a minute, but as we head into the top of the second, we're scoreless here at Delta Dental Stadium.
Gear up for the Fightin' Phils season. Visit the Brentwood Industries Fightin' Phils team store at First Energy Stadium, or check out our online store 24 hours a day, 7 days a week at rphils.com/shop. We have a wide variety of Fightin' Phils hats, t-shirts, kids apparel, and more. Looking for something new? Check out our latest selection of Los Luchadores de Reading and Reading hot dog gear, plus throwback black R-Trains R-Phils attire. Root for your Fightins in style. Stop by the Brentwood Industries Fightin team store or rphils.com/shop.
The Reading Fightin Phils, in conjunction with Savage 61 Fiesta Fridays, are proud to partner with the eXp Realty Group throughout the 2021 season. Visit their convenient website at brgpa.com. The custom search bar makes house hunting online easier than ever, and their talented team of agents is here to answer all your questions. Call them today at 610-926-8610. eXp Realty Group is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin Phils at all 7 Savage 61 Fiesta Friday games during the 2021 season. eXp Realty Group, where every move matters.
Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs.
A quick first will send us scoreless into the top of the second. Grenny Kumana is going to come out. He's the number 4 batter, but he'll bat first here, followed by Rodolfo Duran and McCarthy Tatum. Kumana yesterday walked twice and had a base hit that started everything off in the top of the 9th for the Fightin Phils in their comeback attempt. We're just 1 run shy of completing that attempt. But we'll see if they can carry that momentum here today as Quiones misses a little chin music to Kumana. He steps back, seems okay. And the righty, a high leg kick, sends another ball home. It's 2-0. Keone drafted in the 34th round by the Blue Jays back in 2019, so his second professional season of work. And he'll send 3 straight balls upstairs to Grenny Kumana. Infield back deep to Kumana, the 3-0. Is downstairs. He thinks it's ball 4. He tosses his bat back, but he's going to get a strike call out of Corey at the knees. And a little confused there as you see him try to get the reasoning from the home plate umpire, but he'll step back in with a 3-1 count. And he'll have to go to again. Quione's glove at his face. Now at the waist, kicks and fires. Kumana sends this one foul coming over the first baseman, but he's going to run out of room as it pops into the dugout. And it's now a full count. A notable player out of the lineup today for both teams. Bryson Stott and Otto Lopez getting the days off today. Everybody's got to take a break every so often. And now Grenny Kumana with nobody out and scoreless here in the top of the second will face a 3-2 count. The payoff pitch is downstairs this time. It's ball 4, and he'll take his base after seeing a couple more pitches out of the starter, Quiones. Here's Rodolfo Duran for the first time today. Yesterday he was the designated hitter, and he walked twice. Today he'll be back behind the plate as Colby Fitch trades spots with him into the designated hitter position. Podkol over at first. He's going to hold Kumana on. So the righty batter will have to poke it the other way if he wants to see a gap in the infield. First offering, a little bit low. A big crowd here at Delta Dental Stadium, probably the biggest I've seen since I've been here. We'll have to wait till the end of the game to get that final attendance record, but I feel like I can almost guarantee to y'all it's the largest I've seen during this week. Here's the 1-0 down to Duran, a called strike, and it's 1-1. Lots of affiliates had an earlier start today as the Phillies trail the Braves 6-0. Lehigh Valley has a 10-7 lead over the Worcester Woo Sox. Durant takes a pitch downstairs. Daniel Brito with another home run for the AAA affiliate, a 3-run shot that helped put his team on top. And of course, Mickey Moniak has been riding a serious high as of late. And nice to see another home run out of Matt Vierling, the former Reading Fightin' Phil, earlier this season. Quiones, the 2-1, gets Durant to check his swing. Does he go around? He does. And it's 2-2 now. Runner on first and nobody out here in the top of the second inning. We're still scoreless. But the Fightin' Phils are threatening now. Still looking for this first base hit of the day. The 2-2 comes in low. And another full count from Luis Quiones. .6'205" out of Puerto Rico. He'll look back at Kumano over on first, taking a nice lead over there. He'll look down at his catcher now behind the plate, and here's the payoff pitch as Duran ices this one right into the tarp up the third baseline. It dies down, and Sean Williams now has to go field it himself. So we'll do it again. Only one hit on the board for both teams right now, New Hampshire. But the Fightins have a runner on first, Grenny Kumana, who walked. And they've got Duran at the plate. Here's the payoff pitch, and it's a called strike 3 as he turns around and slowly walks back into the dugout, a little frustrated there. That's out number 1 here in the top of the second. And it's McCarthy Tatum now who heads up to the dish with a runner on. Tatum, having hit all of his home runs on the road, is in a good position now with the wind swiftly blowing right to left out of the ballpark. Will take a pitch up in the zone. 0-1. The second baseman, Taylor, shifts back behind second. He's pretty close to back behind the bag, and obviously with these second half rules, you have to keep 2 infielders to the right of second, 2 infielders to the left. He's coming quite close. I'm not sure how the umpires will focus on that. We haven't seen any illegal defense by any of the teams in the second half so far, only having seen Portland and now New Hampshire, and haven't seen any calls against either of those teams. Kumana over on first. Here's the 1-1. A slow roller off the bat to third. Across the diamond in the dirt goes Groshans, but a nice pick by Podgol on 2 hops. And that's out number 2, though Grenny Kumana shifts to second. And now with the runner in scoring position, here is Colby Fitch. Now Taylor is going to shift back to the traditional second base position, and Martin will be the one keeping closer tabs on Grenny Kumana. As the righty kicks and fires home to the lefty Fitch, he'll take a called strike to start off this at-bat. Scoreless here in the top of the second. The Fightin' Phils have a runner on second, but there's 2 outs now. And we'll see who's going to strike first in today's ball game. Quiones looks back at Kumana. Instead, he's going to come home outside to Fitch. It bounces off of Beck and gets away from him. Kumana takes advantage of the opportunity and will head to third on what I can only assume is a wild pitch. And so a different at-bat here for Colby Fitch as he's got a runner on third. And puts the pressure on Chris Beck behind the plate. Another one to get past him will mean trouble as Granny Kumana plus speed on the bases. 1 ball, 1 strike now to the lefty bat. Quiones, a deep breath, sends the offering home inside, and Fitch holds off. Righty has a good vantage point on Kumana over at third. Nobody's keeping him on, though, with 2 outs. He'll be going on contact either way. And following Fitch up at the plate will be Luke Miller. Here's the 2-1 now, sent high in the sky. It's going to be playable coming over the third baseman's Groshans, Martin, and Kerwer, and it ends up being Kerwer who makes the catch. So that's out number 3 for the Fightins. They strand a base runner on, and we're still scoreless as we head into the bottom of the 2nd inning here at Delta Dental Stadium.
What does it mean to bank locally with Tompkins? It means keeping your money in your community with a team of neighbors to guide you through big decisions and milestones. Plus all the convenience of our mobile app where you can manage your account, deposit checks remotely, send money to family and friends, even turn your card off if it gets misplaced, then back on when you find it. Ready to bank locally with the team at Tompkins? Visit Tompkins Vist Bank online or at a branch to get started. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Copa de la Diversión is an initiative of MILB which creates alternate identities for teams across the country wishing to better reach out to their Latino communities. The new identity represents more than a luchador. Luchar means to fight for, and luchador translates to fighter. But it also signifies a specific type of fighter, a masked wrestler. The mask logo pays tribute to some of the most notable elements of the city of Reading. Embodied in the luchador's masks is Reading's pagoda, surrounded by 23 sun rays representing the Latin American countries and Puerto Rico. Down the bridge of the nose is Reading's fire tower. Home plate serves as a luchador's mouth, with First Energy Stadium's facade creating the upper lip. Below the chin are train tracks, symbolic of the historic Reading Railroad. And along the side are baseball seams, a nod to Baseball Town's rich history. Fans can look forward to the R-Phil's players suiting up in Los Luchadores de Reading caps and jerseys on specific games throughout the season.
Noah Skiro comes back out for another inning of work. Gave up a base hit in the first, but was seemingly unfazed as he got the final out, an easy ground ball to first. So we head scoreless into the bottom of the 2nd inning as Demi Ormiole comes out. And he steps into the batter's box. Skiro, 6-3 up on the mound. So he'll send the first offering, a ground ball by Ormiole right over to Madison Stokes at second. An easy throw to first. 1 pitch, 1 out for the starter, Skiro. And here's Tanner Kerwer. Get back to my story about his call from Joe Girardi when he was trying to be signed by a bunch of different teams. He had it down. And when he got that call from Girardi, he said that was a pretty big convincing factor. Got a chance to talk to the Phillies player development about the fact that he wanted to remain a starter. That's where he feels most comfortable in his role. He was a weekend starter for Liberty the entire time that he pitched there. As Kerwer fouls one back, it is 1-1. So that was really important to him when he was picking a team, which is interesting that the Phillies, on terms that I don't know, agreed to that to the most part here, as a lot of the pitchers in the system have been working on a piggyback rotation this year. So most guys, with the exception of Francisco Morales, who did have 1 relief appearance, really went back and forth from starters to the bullpen, but not Skiro. Did have a couple of relief appearances, but was told that will be a starter for the most part, and that was obviously important to him. Did have some relief, obviously, in his rehab and with Jersey Shore. He'll get another ground ball left side this time, fielded by Gamboa over to first. That's out number 2. And so just feeling comfortable that the Phillies said, well, just to start you off, might get some relief roles, but then really transition into starter as we see him getting the first Double-A start of the season on Saturday night. And also that they agreed to cover his tuition when he chose to return to school. So one more year left if he would choose to go back to Liberty, and also some grad school, quite possibly, if baseball doesn't work out, or if after he's done with that would like to return to school. See a lot of guys who have tuition reimbursement or tuition coverage, like Julian Garcia, written into their contract, which I find really interesting, as Nick Podkul heads up to the plate and takes 2 straight strikes. And the 0-2 now lofted into left center field, but it's going to hang up in the sky as Grenny Kumana comes over and will make the catch. 3 up, 3 down for Skiro here as we go scoreless into the top of the third.
Spend some quality time with the family by taking them out to a ball game every Sunday home game at First Energy Stadium. Sundays are Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days, presented by Classic Harley-Davidson. Get 4 tickets, 4 hot dogs, and 4 sodas for only $50 when purchased in advance. Burke's Packing is a family-owned and operated meat processor located here in Reading, specializing in hot dogs, ham, specialty meats, and more. Join us for Burke's Packing Sunday Family Fun Days at Sunday home games all season long here at First Energy Stadium. The Fightin feature special post-game concerts throughout the entire season with more live music than anywhere else in Berks County. Each post-game concert features $1 off St. Boniface Brewing and live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's post-game concerts thanks to St. Boniface Brewing. From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Son. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin' Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Scoreless 2 as we head into the top of the third. Only 1 hit on the board, and it's from Jordan Groshans of New Hampshire. But we'll see if Luke Miller will have anything to say about it as he heads up to the plate for the first time today to face off against Quiones. 32 pitches for the starter of New Hampshire, 28 for Skiro, so they're pretty much neck and neck as nobody's allowed a run across the board. The infield will back up now to the righty batter Miller. Quiones kicks and fires home. It's a called strike. Miller had a very clutch base hit in the 9th yesterday that kept the inning going for the Reading Fightin' Phils and scored a run. As they were trying to rally late in the game, he'll take a called strike 2. Quiones kicks and fires home. Left side, a slow roller. Groshans ranges over, picks it up in the shortstop position, sends it over to first, and that's 1 away. Here's Matt Kroon. Kroon yesterday had 1 of the 3 base hits, the only 3 hits that occurred before the 9th inning yesterday. It was a double that he had in his first at-bat in Double-A since May 13th. then went hitless for the rest of his at-bats till he had a walk in the ninth. But a good way to come back with an extra base hit as he takes the first pitch strike. Chases a ball in the dirt, and he's down 0-2. And that's strike number 3 as Matt Kroon is sent back into the dugout on 3 straight pitches. And we'll go back to the top of the order now with Archimedes Gamboa. 4 strikeouts so far for Quiones. Both of these young starters having a really nice outing. And we'll see how long this pitcher's duel continues and which team is going to strike first. The righty takes a step back with his left leg. Now he kicks it up almost head high and sends a ball home to Gamboa. The entire field now in the shade as the sun behind the ballpark and behind some light clouds streaking through the sky. The 1-0 now sent high in the sky just beyond the infield. Taylor calling everybody off wildly. He'll make the catch behind second base, and another 1-2-3 inning for Quiones here as he puts the Fightin Phils back to the dugout. We'll look for Skiro to head back on the mound in just a second.
From the cleanup position, there's no one better in the field than J.P. Mascaro & Sons. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable quality hauling, disposal, and recycling service for your home or business. Make our team your team, whether in a pinch or for the long haul. Like the Reading Fightin Phils, we're the best in our field. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO.
Join us as we celebrate Reading's Hispanic and Latino culture during 7 Friday home games this season. The Savage 61's Fiesta Fridays, presented by Alex Batanzas of eXp Realty, Humane Pennsylvania, Supportive Concepts for Families, Children's Home of Reading, and Mao Beer. Fiesta Fridays features special Los Luchadores de Reading uniforms, Hispanic and Latino food and music, and other cultural events throughout the ballpark. Get your tickets now by calling 610-370-BALL or visiting us at the Weidenhammer ticket office at First Energy Stadium.
Every time you grab an ice-cold 20-ounce Pepsi, you'll find a Pepsi emoji on the side of the bottle. So while the Pepsi delivers this, the Pepsi emoji delivers this.
Ooh.
So go ahead, crack open a Pepsi and tell the world how you feel and what you love with Pepsi emojis. Say it with Pepsi.
It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters that Noah Skiro has to face here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. We're still scoreless at Delta Dental Stadium. Only 1 hit on the board. That's still from Jordan Groshans, as Reading was sat down 1-2-3 in the top half. So we'll see what Skiro can do, as he's had a fantastic outing so far. The righty sends an offering home, but it's a little low to the catcher. Seen back twice so far in this series. Yesterday had the night off as he gets a called strike from Skiro. Back on Wednesday, had his first home run of the season, a chopper over to short. Gamboa on the run, makes the play over to first, and that's a quick out now for Skiro and the Fightin Phils. Here's Reggie Pruitt. Pruitt comes into the game batting .175. Yesterday only had 3 appearances at the plate, but a base hit, moved over on an error by the catcher Colby Fitch, and then ended up scoring on a wild pitch. A very interesting outing for Pruitt. We'll see what happens tonight as he takes the first pitch in the dirt. Strike number 1 comes into Pruitt. The count now 1-1. And he'll chase the pitch downstairs so you can make it 1-2. Philadelphia still trails the Braves by 6. And a strike 3. Down goes Pruitt as he chases an off-speed pitch by Skiro. That's his second strikeout of the evening. And we'll go into the top of the order now with Austin Martin. No score here in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Just 1 hit on the board for New Hampshire, but 2 outs here in the bottom of the 3rd as Skiro is trying to send his Fightin' Phils back up to bat. And he'll get a first pitch called strike. Reading Fightins are in their road grays again with the navy and red road cap. A liner over to right field. It's going to drop alongside Steven, bouncing off the wall. But Steven plays it perfectly off of the pads and sends it back in quickly. Martin has to hold up at first, even though he thinks about going a second. But he's going to stay put at first. And there's a base runner on here for the Fisher Cats with their second hit of the day. Here's Samad Taylor. First pitch is a called strike to Taylor. He checks his swing. He does not go around, says first base umpire Gabe Alfonso, and the count moves to 1-1. Noah Skiro was a big Roy Halladay fan. That's his favorite player back when Halladay played for the Toronto Blue Jays, because Skiro is a native of Ontario, Canada. Fightin' Phils have a very diverse roster this season. They started it off with a couple of guys from Venezuela, the Dominican Republic, Australia, even had Kyle Goglowski from New Zealand, as Taylor chases an offering 1-2. Now they have a Canadian as well. A base runner on here in the bottom of the 3rd. There's 2 outs, though. And this will get through a gap on the left side. Kumana runs in for it. Another base hit here by Taylor, back to back, as Martin shifts over to second. And this will be the first time that the Fisher Cats threaten in this ball game here in the bottom of the 3rd. We're still scoreless. And there's 2 outs on the board. Rodolfo Duran comes out to remind everybody of that. Gives his infield the signs here. And with 2 runners on and 2 outs, it's going to be Jordan Groshans, probably the hottest batter in the lineup today, with Otto Lopez and Chavez Young. Groshans calls time. He's got to adjust his batting gloves. And now he'll step back in. Madison Stokes is holding Austin Martin out over on second. There are 2 outs on the board, though. And the first offering right down the middle, a called strike. Skiro hits 90 on the radar gun. Out to right center field, coming over on the run. It's Josh Steven. He'll make the catch, and he'll strand 2 base runners for the Fisher Cats. And we're still tied at 0 apiece as we head into the top of the 4th at Delta Dental Stadium.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. With 3 simple words, are you okay? The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Well, nobody has any runs on the board here as we head into the top of the fourth, although the Fisher Cats do have 3 hits to their name. Reading is looking for their first hit right now as Josh Stephen heads out onto the plate. The home plate umpire, Corey, is saying something to Quiones on the mound. I'm not sure what he was indicating there, but seemingly okay as he heads back behind the plate. Quiones sets up on the third base side of the rubber. Josh Stephen, who flew out to right, will step into the lefty batter's box. Here's the first offering way upstairs. It's 1-0. Now, the Fightins have had 1 base runner on the board. It was Grenny Kumana, who walked in the second. He made it all the way over to third on a wild pitch. And Quiones will send in a strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Tomorrow's game, a Sunday matinee, 1:35 start here at Delta Dental Stadium as we wrap up the 6-game set. Our first time seeing the Fisher Cats this season. They will return to First Energy Stadium late August. That's our last homestand of the season. Actually, that might be in September. Changed my mind. Josh Stephen takes a called strike. And here's the 1-2 now from Quiones. The slow roller, he kind of gets the tip of his bat on it. He might beat it out as Martin has to charge. And instead of making an errant throw, he's going to eat that. And Josh Stephen is going to reach on a base hit. So that is the first hit of the night for the Fightin' Phils. And Stephen gets the job done in an interesting way, but nevertheless a base runner, and that's really what counts. As Madison Stokes will head up to face Quiones. Runner on, nobody out here in the top of the first, the scoreless fourth, not first, fourth, the scoreless ball game here at Delta Dental Stadium. Quiones sends an offering home upstairs to Stokes. Stephen taking a couple steps off the first base bag. The righty Quiones can't see him as he's facing towards third. The 1-0 comes home sharply lined right past Groshans at third. Stephen is going to hold up at second, and back-to-back hits for the Fightins will put 2 runners on and nobody out as they threaten for the first time this ball game here in the top of the fourth. And nobody else you'd want up at the plate in this moment in time than Grenny Kumana. Kumana batting .423 in his stint in Double-A. Just joined the team about a week ago. Played in 7 games so far for Reading. and has recorded 11 hits, 3 of them for extra bases and 7 RBIs as he comes up with a runner in scoring position. He'll take a ball in the dirt. A good block by Chris Beck behind the plate. Smell of popcorn is really wafting up into the booth today, more so than the past few days. Must be the direction of the wind. One of the best smells at a ball game. Kumana sends it right back up the middle. A diving Taylor can't come up with it, and Steven is going to hustle around and score. So Kumana with an RBI single will put the Fightins ahead by 1 here in the top of the 4th, and there's no outs on the board as Stokes shifts to third. There's runners on the corners now for Rodolfo Duran. Kumana just put that in the perfect spot that Taylor was not able to come up with it. Duran wanted that so badly it sends him to his knees as he chases it offering and doesn't come up with anything. 0-1. Madison Stokes over at third. Grenny Kumana at first. There's nobody out in the top of the 4th, and Reading leads by a run. Both teams have 3 hits to their name right now. Sun is starting to set here at Delta Dental Stadium as Duran takes an offering in the dirt. It's 1-1. Lights are on here at the ballpark. Try to avoid any twilight balls getting missed as the sun starts to set. A full moon the other night, though, so we'll have some good light from that. Duran chases another offering that brings him to his knees, and it's 1-2. Big crowd here in New Hampshire as the team is really getting invested for their pitcher, Luis Quiones, who is in a jam for the first time today. The Fightins lead by 1. There's nobody out in the top of the 4th, and the 1-2 to Duran in the dirt. It gets by Beck, but not far enough. Stokes has to hold up on third base. Probably a good call there as it really didn't trickle too far away. And the count moves to 2-2. Stokes on third, Kumana on first. And Rodolfo Duran is up at the plate now with a chance to add on some more runs for his team. The pitch is upstairs. Kumana has to dive back as Beck tries to throw him out at first, but he's safe. And they did not get to strike him out nor throw him out. And it's a full count here to Rodolfo Duran. Ten pitches so far here for Quiones in this half inning and has not recorded an out as of yet. And the payoff pitch upstairs. Duran holds off and he walks down to first. The second free pass issued by Quiones today. And that will load the bases as Kumana heads to second. And Madison Stokes will stay put on third. And with the bases loaded and nobody out, the Fightins will send up McCarthy Tatum to the dish. The catcher, Beck, is going to come out to talk to the youngster Quiones right now, just 24 years old. They won't send out the pitching coach, Jim Sikowski, just yet. Quiones was added to the roster on July 20th from High A Vancouver. So he's had a little bit of a time to adjust coming down to Manchester, New Hampshire. But the bases are loaded here for Reading in the top of the 4th. They lead by 1, and the offering way outside. Beck has to jump up to grab the ball from getting past him. Tatum holds off on another ball. This one is in the dirt. Beck is all over the place behind the plate, trying to block these balls. Only two catchers on the roster. It's Chris Beck and Rodrigo Vigil. They've gone back and forth throughout this series, and now we will see Jim Sakowski come out as the entire infield comes in for a meeting at the mound, with the Fightins having the bases loaded and nobody out here in the top of the fourth. Reading 1 run on 3 hits. New Hampshire no runs on 3 hits. Nobody has made an error in the field as of yet, but McCarthy Tatum has a 2-0 count, and there's nowhere to put him. Jude Corey's going to come out and break up this meeting on the mound right now. And Jim Sakowski is not done yet. Still saying some words as he walks backward off the mound. Now he'll head back into the dugout. Do see some light stretching going on in New Hampshire's bullpen. And McCarthy Tatum is going to head back up to the plate with a 2-0 count. Madison Stokes over at third. Grenny Kumana is at second base. And Rodolfo Duran is over at first. Once again, nobody out. And Reading leads by a run, though no lead is safe this series. We've seen a lot of late inning rallies by either team. Quiones will get a called strike there, and it's 2-1. Middle infielders back. Corner infielders are in here to Tatum, who gets a pitch way upstairs and outside, and it's 3-1. Last night we did see the Fisher Cats walk in a run as Matt Kroon headed down to first in the top of the ninth. And so obviously not ideal for the Fisher Cats to do that again. But the 3-1 offering coming into McCarthy Tatum, and they will walk in a run as he jogs down to first on a free pass, and Madison Stokes is forced to come home. Reading leads by 2 here in the top of the fourth, and there is still nobody out for Colby Fitch. That will put Grenny Kumana on third as Rodolfo Duran makes his way to second base. Quiones sends this one home to Fitch, who will put the ball sky high into the outfield. I'm not sure it's deep enough. And he sails the ball into the catcher, so it was a good call for Kumana to stay put at third. And there's one away now as Fitch pops out to the left fielder. Bases are still loaded with one away now for Luke Miller, though. The Fightins do lead by 2 in the top of the fourth. And now somebody is up and throwing in the New Hampshire bullpen. Quiones 60 pitches now. This is the first inning, though, where he's really had to work for it, as Miller chases a 91-mile-an-hour fastball upstairs, 0-1. Only had allowed one base runner before this. That was a walk to Kumana in the top of the second. Quiones sets up, glove at the waist. The righty kicks and fires a little chin music to Luke Miller as the entire crowd gasps. But Miller able to pop out of the batter's box quickly, and the count will shift to 1-1. Wind still pushing from right to left out of the ballpark right now. Starting to cool off a little bit here as it does late at night. And the 1-1 to Miller, he'll foul it back. And he's down to his final strike. Granny Kumana on third, Rodolfo Duran at second, and McCarthy Tatum at first. Reading leads by 2 here at the top of the fourth. There's just 1 out on the board. And Keone sends the 1-2 home to Miller. It's upstairs, and it's 2-2. Props to Chris Beck behind the plate right now. He is really putting in the work to keep any of these pitches from getting to the backstop. And you know someone like Granny Kumana is ready to come home. And Sean Williams, the coach over in the third base's coach's box, is more than ready to wave everybody in. Here's the 2-2 now to Miller. It's downstairs. He holds off, and it's another full count from Quiones. Either way, the Fightin' Phil's batters are really seeing everything that Quiones has to offer. They're working really deep counts. This is the 5th full count we've seen from Fightin' Phil's batters. Now the payoff pitch with the bases loaded. Miller holds off, and that is the second run that will be walked in as Miller heads to first on a free pass. That is 3 straight walks from Quiones as Kumana comes in. Reading leads by 3 now in the top of the fourth, and there is still 1 out on the board as Matt Kroon heads up to bat. Kroon and Gamboa, the only 2 Fightin' Phils who have not batted so far in this half inning. And that will be the end of the day for Quiones, as the manager Cesar Martin will come out now and take the ball from his starter. We're going to take a short break to see who comes in from the bullpen.
The Seidel Auto Group Deck Picnic appeals to both diehard and casual fans with a summer picnic-like and fun tailgate atmosphere. During your picnic, you may even catch a souvenir, as the area is situated directly in prime home run territory behind the left field wall. Regular game tickets are $29 per person for groups of 20 or more, and children 4 and under are free. Visit Fightins.com/groups or call 610-370-BALL to reserve your group outing today.
Enjoy the ultimate season ticket package with the Riverfront Federal Credit Union VIP Club season membership. Benefits of the VIP Club include a padded seat bottom and back, exclusive entrance which opens 10 minutes early with immediate access to your seats, special tickets with your name and a voucher for a hot dog, soda, and a bag of chips at each game, plus 2 VIP Club pregame cocktail parties each season. What are you waiting for? Join the Riverfront Federal Credit Union Fightin' Phil's season ticket VIP Club membership today.
Be the first to know everything about your Red and Fightin' Phils by signing up for the Baseball Town Insider email newsletter. Once you become a Baseball Town Insider, you will receive breaking news about Fightin's promotions, including giveaways and guest appearances, special events, exclusive offers, and discounts on tickets and merchandise, just for being a Baseball Town Insider. Visit Fightins.com to sign up for this free email newsletter. The Baseball Town Insider. Stay in the loop and become a member today.
Well, Luis Quiones hands the ball over to Mike Ellenbest with 1 out here in the top of the fourth. Reading still does have the bases loaded, and everybody on the base pass reached on a walk, which was really the downfall of Quiones. As they call upon Mike Ellenbest for the second time in this series, he'll have to face against Matt Kroon with the bases loaded and 1 away. Reading has already put 3 runs on the board here in the top of the fourth, as Ellenbest is adjusting his sleeves. Put his glove on the ground now. He'll pick it back up. And he'll get ready to throw his first pitch into Kroon. The righty kicks and fires his first offering. It's downstairs. Kroon checks his swing, though. And he goes around. It's 0-1. We saw Ellen Best on Wednesday's game. He pitched 1 inning of work, gave up 3 hits and 2 earned runs to the Fightin' Phils. As his next offering outside, it evens at 1. Rodolfo Duran over at third, McCarthy Tatum at second, and Luke Miller at first. Reading leads with 3 runs on 3 hits. New Hampshire, no runs on 3 hits. We're in the top of the 4th, and there's just 1 out on the board. Matt Kroon takes a pitch inside, checks his swing again, and he does go around a little frustrated there. Tough when you're trying to avoid being hit there and you accidentally kind of twist your body all the way around and inherently sending the bat over the plate. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ellen Best sends one home. He fouls it back into the dugout. Keone still responsible for all of the base runners right now, so can't get you his final line as of yet, though he did throw 66 pitches in his first Double-A start. As Ellen Best sends this one home to Matt Kroon, and it's a called strike 3 as he turns around with his bat still on his shoulders. He'll head back into the Fightin's dugout with out number 2. And now we get to the only batter who has not batted here in the 4th. It is Archimedes Gamboa now. So the Fightins will bat around the order here in the top of the 4th. And with the bases loaded, they look to do a little bit more damage than 3 runs, since we know leads are not safe here at Delta Dental Stadium. And Gamboa fouls the first offering. He sees up the left field side and into foul territory. It's 0-1. With 2 outs now, the Fightin' Phils base runners are going on contact. And Sean Williams is ready to wave everybody home. The 0-1 to Gamboa outside. He'll hold off. It's 1-1. Ellen Best has pitched in 21 games. 19 of those were in relief. There's a fastball, changeup, and slider as he sends a ball into Gamboa. It's 2-1. Bases loaded here in the top of the 4th. There are 2 outs on the board as Ellen Best will take a moment to step off of the rubber. Did spend part of the 2019 season with the Fisher Cats, so does have some extra Double-A experience. And he and Gamboa can not figure this out, as they're kind of having a standoff to see who will take the longest to get ready. Gamboa in the lefty batter's box to face the righty Ellen Best with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Here's the 2-1 offering. He'll hold off on a ball upstairs, and it makes it 3-1. Everybody on the base paths reached on a walk, and obviously with the bases loaded, there is nowhere for Ellen Best to put Gamboa now with a 3-1 count. And that is ball 4. So that will walk in another run for the Reading Fightin' Phils as they lead by 4 here in the top of the 4th. And 3 out of these 4 runs coming on base on balls. Gamboa will reach first. And now heading up for the second time in this half inning is Josh Stephen with the bases loaded and 2 outs. McCarthy Tatum heads to third base and Luke Miller heads to second as the Fisher Cats are struggling to get out of the top of the 4th here. Ellen Best sends a called strike into Josh Stephen. Stephen had a base hit to start off this inning. It was a slow roller up the third base line as he fouls one back. He's 0-2. And with the bases loaded and 2 outs now, Josh Stephen is looking for his second hit of the inning. And he sends a liner out to left center field. It's going to drop. He has 2 hits. He'll send home Tatum. And now coming home as well as Luke Miller crosses as well. And Gamboa holds up at third base. Josh Stephen has 2 RBIs, and he puts the Reading Fightin' Phils up 6-0. A double for Josh Stephen, his 10th of the season. And now I really got to find this in my game notes. I couldn't find it before, but I know I have a statistic of the last time that somebody had 2 hits in an inning. I need like Command F on this piece of paper. But I'll get it for you when I get it for you, as there's 2 runners on, and Madison Stokes, who also had a base hit, will head up to bat. Slow roller up the third base line. It's foul. Stephen takes a swinging strike. It's 1-2. Two runners on. And 2 outs here. The Fightins already lead by 6 runs on just 4 hits in this inning and 4 walks off of the Fisher Cats pitching staff. And Stokes holds off on a ball. The count evens 2-2. Had 2 hits in the same inning. I found it. Casey Cerna versus Bowie, back in 2016. So 2016 was the last time that a Fightin' Phil, Casey Cerna, had 2 hits in 1 inning, and Josh Stephen does it here in the top of the 4th. That sends in 2 runs for Reading. And he puts the Fightins up 6-0 now in the top of the 4th with 2 outs. A big inning for Reading as Stokes takes a called strike 3 at the plate. And that'll finally do it for the Fisher Cats. But Reading scores 6 runs on 4 hits, and 4 walks here in the top of the 4th. And a long wait for Noah Skiro to come back on the mound, but he'll do so with some runs on his team's side of the board.
Cornwall Manor is an active senior living community on a 190-acre wooded campus in Cornwall, Lebanon County. The community offers independence and opportunities for wellness and fitness, as well as educational and musical programs, and the peace of mind of having convenient health care on site. Cornwall Manor offers a range of residential choices from apartments to homes. Prospective residents are welcome to visit us for lunch and have a chance to learn more about the community. More information is available online at cornwallmanor.org. Cornwall Manor, celebrating 70 years of senior living.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned, full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, online, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
ROG Orthodontics is the proud official partner of the ROG Orthodontics Fightin Phil's Kids Club. Join today at Fightins.com to get your free ROG Orthodontics Kids Club t-shirt and visit FantasticSmiles.com for more information on all the great work that ROG Orthodontics provides. ROG Orthodontics and the Reading Fightin Phils, two great hometown partners.
Well, Noah Skiro comes out with some run support here in the bottom of the fourth. Had to wait quite a while to get back on the mound, but he'll do it with the Fightins having a 6-run lead. They had 4 hits in the top of the fourth and capitalized on 4 walks issued by the Fisher Cats staff. The final line coming in for Quiones, the starter, 3 1/3 inning of work, 3 hits, 6 runs. They were all earned, 4 walks and 4 strikeouts on 66 pitches. As Skiro faces tally, he'll send a ball deep to right field, but Josh Stephen doesn't even have to take a step to make the catch. That is out number 1. 3 hits on the board for the Fisher Cats, but no runs across. They'll have a 6-run deficit to come back from. And Skiro is off to a good start here in opposition. He did pitch as a part of a no-hitter when he was at Liberty, one of 3 pitchers in that ball game, a combined no-hitter. Does have some experience in high-pressure situations. This one less so, with a 6 runs in run support. Has only allowed 3 hits so far, and nothing too tumultuous as he sends 2 straight balls to Armolier. Out to left field, Kumana takes a couple steps in. Gamboa's coming in as well. Gamboa's hustling out to left field, but Kumana calls him off and he makes the catch. Gamboa's everywhere, all over. Love to see that kind of aggression. And now with a quick 2 outs, here's Tanner Kerwer. Kerwer 0 for 1 on the day, goes for a bunt, gets it down the third baseline. A running Tatum picks it up, and he can't come up with the ball. It's going to be a base hit, as I think it was just a perfect bunt down the third baseline by Kerwer there. And he'll get himself on first now with 2 outs. Here's Nick Podkul. A good way to kind of get something going here for the Fisher Cats. As they're down by 6, you're kind of just going to try anything that works. And so Kerwer gets himself on first with a nice bunt. And on the first offering, too, so the Fightin Phil's defense couldn't really react accordingly. And the first offering inside to Podkul. Sun is set here in Manchester, New Hampshire. Baseball under the lights. And a beautiful night at the ballpark. This one way into Podkul. And it's 2-0. This one will get the strike zone. And it's 2-1. Tanner Kerwer over on first with 2 outs, though. The Fightin Phils lead by 6. Both teams have 4 hits, and nobody has made an error in the field as Podkul fouls this one back into the net behind home plate, and Skiro gets back into this at-bat. It's now 2-2. Fisher Cats fans are still very well invested in this ballgame after a long top of the fourth. Skiro leans over, gets the sign from Duran behind the plate. Here's the 2-2 out to left field. Kumana and Kroon backtracking at the warning track. It's Kumana who makes the grab over his shoulder for out number 3. And New Hampshire will strand a base runner here in the bottom of the 4th inning, but Reading up by 6 as we head into the 5th.
The Fightin' Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro & Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro & Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro & Sons, ready to serve you.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils.
It's summer. Time to trade hibernation for liberation. Couch time for tan lines. The sunshine and good times are waiting, so it's time to go the distance in a car you can depend on. Kia, backed by our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. Summer's calling. How will you answer? Kia, movement that inspires. Hurry into your local Kia dealer today for great deals on our exciting lineup of vehicles built for summer.
Call 800-333-4KIA for details. Always drive safely. 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty program refers to a limited powertrain warranty. See retailer for warranty details.
After being called in relief in the top of the 4th to get the final 2 outs, Mike Allenbest will come back onto the mound for the top of the 5th. He'll face off against Grenny Kumana, Rodolfo Duran, and McCarthy Tatum. The Fightins batted through the order and then some in the top of the 4th, scoring 6 runs on 4 hits and 4 walks to their name. And Noah Skiro coming out in the bottom half, allowing just 1 hit and stranding the runner on. There will be someone lightly warming up in the Fightins bullpen, but Allenbest will work against the Fightins offense right now as he sends a ball into Kumana. Ground ball up the third base line, but it's foul. Infield back deep here to Kumana. He has had a walk and then a base hit that scored Reading's first run. In the top of the 4th, a liner out to shortstop. Austin Martin makes an incredible play. A leap to grab a ball way over his head and rob Grenny Kumana of what would certainly have been a base hit, and that is why he is such a top prospect for the Blue Jays system, number 2 overall. Just has incredible range over at shortstop, and that's 1 away now for Reading. Here's Rodolfo Duran. First pitch strike. Top of the 5th here at Delta Dental Stadium. Reading leads 6 runs on 4 hits as Duran pops this one to the right fielder. Ormeloye slides and makes the catch. 2 back-to-back defensive plays by New Hampshire to save base hits and rob the Fightin' Phils offense. So there's 2 away now for McCarthy Tatum. Tatum had one of the 4 walks in the top of the 4th that kept his team in the inning and the runs scoring. The righty swings on the first offering up the middle. Martin ranging over, makes the throw. It's up the line, but Podkul grabs it and puts the tag on Tatum's body for out number 3. That was all the defense there in the top of the 5th as the Fightins go down in order as we go into the bottom half. Reading leads by 6.
Nursing home neglect is a serious problem. If you or a loved one has suffered from bed sores obtained in a nursing home or a fall down in a nursing home resulting in a fracture, our friends at Swartz Culleton can help. Call the attorneys at Swartz Culleton for a free consultation. Their phone number is 1-800-JUSTICE. That's 1-800-587-8423. Once again, call 1-800-JUSTICE today. Swartz Culleton is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Humane Pennsylvania throughout the 2021 season. Humane Pennsylvania is the region's premier leader in animal welfare and empowers the people in our communities to increase their capacity to care for animals so that all animals are safe, healthy, and treated humanely. Humane Pennsylvania is proud to be a Fiesta Friday and Bark in the Park sponsor. Learn more about Humane Pennsylvania and how you can help build the best community anywhere to be an animal by visiting humanepa.org.
To enjoy a perfectly crafted 1893 from the makers of Pepsi Cola, you must first appreciate its carefully selected ingredients. A dash of cola nut extract, a hint of real sugar, a splash of sparkling water, and a generous amount of attractive spokesperson. Trust me, I'm gorgeous. Cheers to 1893 boldly blended colas, a delicious balancing act of premium ingredients from the makers of Pepsi Cola.
Well, a call to the bullpen here for the bottom of the 5th as Noah Skiro hands the ball over to Carlos Reyes. Everybody's first day here in Double-A. Carlo Reyes, excuse me. And he'll get Chris Beck to pop up on the first pitch he sees to the shortstop Gamboa. And you guys won't believe how many times I said to myself, his name is Carlo. Carlo, no S. So I apologize, Carlo, if you listen to this broadcast. I will not add an S to your first name anymore. But he gets a quick first out to Chris Beck. And now he'll face off the number 9 hitter, Reggie Pruitt. Skiro, an incredible Double-A debut here for the Reading Fightin' Phils. 4 innings of work, 4 hits, no runs on the board, no walks, and 2 strikeouts on a total of 55 pitches. And you have to remember, he is coming back from injury, about 2 weeks post of that. Sends a called strike into Reggie Pruitt, then a ball. But Pruitt swings at a pitch downstairs, and it's 1-2. One out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Your Reading Fightin' Phils lead by 6 as Reyes sends one home. A liner from Pruitt will drop alongside of Grenny Kumana in left, bouncing all the way to the wall. Pruitt holds up at second. A double now will put him in scoring position here with 1 away, and we go back to the top of the order with Austin Martin. Reyes joined the team from Jersey Shore on July 22nd out of the Dominican Republic. Another young righty reliever for Reading, just 23 years old, signed as an international free agent back on 2018. And a July birthday as well, July 4th. Austin Martin fouls this one back. He's down 0-1. Solid fastball and slider here out of Carlo Reyes. He'll have some good run support in here for his Double-A debut this season. A called strike. One out on the board here in the bottom of the 5th, but Pruitt out on second as New Hampshire looks to chip away at Reading's 6-run lead here in the middle part of this ball game. Ground ball left side. Gamboa over to first. He's going to pump it a couple times. That'll keep Pruitt on second. And there's 2 away now as Austin Martin heads back into the dugout. Here's Samad Taylor. The first offering to Taylor is down low. 1 for 2 today is the second baseman. Batting just above 300 coming into this game. 60 hits on the board. And 24 of them are for extra bases here as he looks to bat in a runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Instead, he'll chase an offering in the dirt. 1 ball, 1 strike. 933 OPS for Taylor. Pretty successful on base plus slugging. Reggie Pruitt out on second with 2 outs. Reyes looks back, and now he's going to come home inside. Reading 6 runs on 4 hits, no errors in the field. New Hampshire, no runs on 5 hits. They have not made an error defensively as well. This one is fouled over the roof, and so Taylor is going to have to do it again. Running on contact was Pruitt. He was all the way rounding third, but the foul ball will send him back to second. The crowd is really invested here at the ballpark. Reyes had a 2.76 ERA with Jersey Shore, 4 wins to his name, as Taylor fouls another one back. Started the season out in Clearwater. Very successful, got promoted to Jersey Shore, 22 1/3 innings at the High A affiliate. 38 strikeouts there, so inducing a lot of swings and misses. And just 10 earned runs on the board as well. Reyes is offering outside. It pops up. Duran keeps it in front of him. Nice block there by the catcher, and we'll have to go again. Three affiliates in the same season is pretty impressive. The month of May, mostly in Clearwater. The month of June and July in Jersey Shore. And now the back half of July and hopefully into August in Reading. Taylor heads down to first on a walk as Reyes misses on the payoff pitch. And with 2 runners on and 2 outs. And Jordan Groshen's up at the plate. Reyes is going to get a visit from Rodolfo Duran out there as they discuss the game plan to one of the hottest hitters in the lineup. This is Reyes' second year in professional baseball. Back in 2019, he was playing in rookie ball. But he'll face off against Groshans now with 2 on and 2 out as New Hampshire is looking to plate their first run of the night, but not if the righty reliever has anything to say about it. Leans over, gets the sign from Duran. Now he puts his glove at the waist. He'll look back at the runner on second, kick and fire home inside for a ball. In the dirt to Duran. And it's 2-0. Reese Hoskins scored Andrew McCutcheon, and the Phillies put their first run on the board tonight. They still trail by 6, though. They're in the bottom of the 7th. And Groshans absolutely smokes that ball up the left field line, but it is a foul. Can't even imagine the exit velocity coming off that bat. But nothing but a strike to his count now. 2-1 with 2 runners on and 2 away. Two 1 is a late swing from Groshans, and it's 2-2 now. Reyes looking to preserve the Fightin 6-run lead here in the bottom of the 5th. 2 runners on and 2 outs as Groshans steps out of the batter's box. Tries to work into the routine of Carlo Reyes. And the righty will look back at second. Both runners are going, but this ball is fouled back, so both runners will have to go back. And the count is going to stay 2 apiece. Here's the 2-2 for the 3rd time in a row. It's up high, and so it'll be a full count now with 2 runners on and 2 outs. Groshans battling against Reyes here. He's fouled off the last 3 strikes he has seen. And we'll see who's going to come out on top with the full count offering. Reading leads by 6. Here's the payoff pitch. Ground ball to third base. Tatum has to go all the way across the diamond. A stretch by Luke Miller. And they get the job done for out number 3. Once again, the Fisher Cats strand 2 on the base pass. And Reading preserves their 6-run lead as we head into the 6th.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with Mal Beer throughout the 2021 season. Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager, which is available in the Stadium Plaza Bar, has 128 amazing years of brewing history. Founded in 1890 in Spain, Mal Beer has always been there to satisfy the most demanding taste buds. Make sure to pick up Mal Beer and Mal Cinco Estrellas Lager at First Energy Stadium at our Plaza Bar throughout the 2021 season and at your local retailer. Mal Beer is a proud partner of the Reading Fightin' Phils and all 2021 Fiesta Friday celebration games. Mal Beer, the 5-star taste and the quintessential beer from Madrid. Please drink responsibly.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly, professional staff members are available to answer your questions and listen to your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership at Pottsville Pike today. Fastball, curveball, slider, it's the pitcher's grips that make the difference. And when it comes to cornering, braking, and traction, CJ's Tires and Automotives can improve your car's grip with a new set of Hankook tires. Hankook tires are known for great handling and reliability mile after mile. Together, Hankook Tires and CJ's are your winning team. So whatever your vehicle needs, an oil change, state inspection, brakes, alignments, or Hankook tires, trust CJ's Tires and Automotives in Fairless Hills. CJ Tires and Automotives. They really are better, faster, and more affordable.
Ellen Best out for another inning of work here in the top of the sixth. Reading leads 6 runs on 4 hits. New Hampshire, no runs on 5 hits. Nobody has made an error in the field, and Colby Fitch is going to start things off here in the top of the sixth. 0 for 2 today. Both balls he poked the other way out into the left field territory. Just one of 2 Fightin Phil's players in the starting 9 to not have reached first, either on a hit or a walk today. A ball and a swinging strike here to Fitch. It's 1-1. Fitch chases the second offering in a row, and it's 1-2. They will shoot fireworks off after tonight's game, I'm told. Thought it was a little bit interesting, no Friday night fireworks. I don't think we would dare do that at First Energy Stadium. And Fitch will chase strike number 3, and that's out number 1 here in the top of the 6th. Here's Luke Miller now. 0 for 1 with a walk. Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies have told the press today that they will be buyers here at the end of the trade deadline coming up in just at the end of the month. So they look to add some key pieces to their roster. Now, he wouldn't specify if it was going to be just kind of, I think they said, nibbling at the edges, or if it was going to be a high roller. Would not specify, as Miller drops this ball to the left of Ormaloye, and it bounces all the way to the wall. Miller with a stand-up double here, his 12th double of the season. And the Fightin Phils will have another runner in scoring position now with just 1 away. So we'll keep our eyes out for any big moves made by the Philadelphia organization, though no speculating will be done here on the Fightin Phils radio broadcast, just the reporting of facts. And Matt Kroon will step in alongside Colby Fitch, the only one who hasn't reached first today, but he looks to change that now as he chases the first offering and fouls it back 0-1. With that double, Luke Miller ties his longest hit streak of the season with 5. 5 consecutive games with hits, also obviously extending that on-base streak to 5 as well. Last night took him all the way to the 9th to do so, but tonight he'll get it done in the 6th as Kroon takes a strike. 0-2, fouls another one into the Fightin's dugout. 0-3. 0-3 is not a count. It's going to stay at 0-2. Top of the 6th here at Delta Dental Stadium. And Reading leads by 6 runs as Kroon takes the ball downstairs. My friend Jill likes to say, error to the broadcaster. So I made the first error of the day today. Nobody's made one on the field. Give me one for my 0-3, which is funny. I can laugh at myself. But Kroon is going to fight back against that. Here's the 1-2 count. He's going to foul it again. But it's going to stay at 1-2 this time. There is somebody warming up in the bullpen for the Fisher Cats. Although they're going to see Ellen Best through as far as he can go. Just one out on the board in the top of the 6th. Then Reading is threatening here with a runner in scoring position. Here's the offer to Kroon. It's in the dirt. He'll hold off. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Battling his way back into this at-bat, down 0-2. Working towards a more hitter-friendly count. And Ellen Best misses way outside this time. Not even a question there if he's going to swing or not. And it's a full count now with Luke Miller out on second and just one away. And the payoff pitch, Kroon thinks it's ball 4. Tosses his bat back, and now he exchanges words with Jude Corey behind the plate as he calls it a strike 3. And he grabs his bat, frustrated, walks back into the dugout, but that is out number 2 for Mike Ellenbest and the Fisher Cats. Luke Miller stays put on second. And we go back to the top of the Fightin' Phil's order with Archimedes Gamboa. Inside part of the plate gets a called strike to Gamboa. He obviously has that 8-game hit streak we talked about earlier today. Has extended his on-base streak to his highest so far this season. 14 consecutive games he has reached a base as he walked in the top of the 4th, but obviously will need a knock to extend his hit streak. The 0-1. He's going to send it out to right, but coming in is Ormaloye, and he'll make the catch on the run in right field, and that is out number 3 as Luke Miller is stranded on second base, but Reading leads by 6 as we go into the bottom of the 6th.
Better pitching, faster base runners, and more runs batted in usually beats the competition. At CJ's Tire and Automotive, better selection, faster service, and more affordable options always beats the competition. When it comes to tires, CJ's MVP choice is a new set of Falken tires. Falken tires are known for handling, reliability, and value. And for more than 50 years, CJ's has been helping customers find the right tires at the right price. Together, Falken Tires and CJ's are a winning team. Stop in any time at your local CJ's or shop online at cjtires.com. CJ Tires and Automotive. Better, faster, and more reliable.
We've been privileged at ROG Orthodontics to be part of the local community for over 60 years, creating generations of fantastic smiles.
We're honored to be voted the #1 orthodontist year after year and proud to be the top Invisalign provider in the region.
We passionately believe we're changing lives every day right here in the community where we live.
We offer interest-free, flexible payment plans
and provide monthly scholarship programs for free braces.
Be sure to check out our magnet contest to win free braces.
We love seeing our patients' successes, knowing we had a part in changing lives.
One fantastic smile at a time.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoy an art-filled game, great food, music, and entertainment. The team will play as Los Luchadores de Reading Latino Tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive needs.
Carlo Ray comes out for another inning of work. It took Ray's 22 pitches to get through the fifth, and now we'll see him here in the bottom of the sixth. He still has that 6-run lead that the Reading Fightin' Phils have on the board. 5 hits for both teams, and no one's made an error in the field. LJ Talley, the number 4 hitter, is going to lead us off, followed by Ormaloye and then Kerwer. But Talley will step into the lefty batter's box as Ray sends the first offering home. It is a called strike. The Fightin' Phils are just 1-8 on Saturdays this season. An interesting statistic. I've tracked the wins and losses per days as the 0-2 comes in the dirt. The best day for a win is Tuesday and Friday. 4 victories apiece there. Saturday is the toughest day for the Fightin' Phils, who are 9-11 in July, but they look to make it 10-11 tonight as Reyes misses downstairs again. It is 2-2. Also track that by jerseys. So Reading is 11-13 in their road grays. As his offering grounded up the first base side, Miller kind of falls back as he tries to field it. And it is an error on the first baseman that allows LJ Talley to reach. Tough play there as he goes for the backhand, and it pushes him back down as he kind of loses stability on his feet. And so there'll be a base runner on first with nobody out. The most successful jersey the Fightin' Phils play in is their pinstripe jersey at home and their Los Luchadores jersey as well, both 5 wins apiece in that. Now, they'll wear the Luchadores jersey sometimes on the road, depending if the opposing team has a Copa uniform or not, if we wear it there. And then I think one time I saw them wear the throwback black jerseys, the very first series perhaps, but typically just the road grays and maybe the Luchadores on the road. As Ormaloye takes the first pitch strike, the second one comes inside and it's 1-1. Reyes gets the sign from Duran, now will come on with it. A swinging strike from Ormaloye, and it's 1-2. I have all these statistics that I track for you guys, and I never really talk about them on the broadcast, so I'll try to bring more of these weirdly analytical things into the game. Some of them are pretty obvious stuff that you can guess. They're 20-8 when they score 5+ runs. Today they've scored 6, so hopefully they can continue that as Ormaloye strikes out swinging. A big out pickup for Reyes now and 1 away in the top of, or the bottom of the 6th, excuse me. They are 21-10 when they lead after 6. So right now we're in the bottom of the 6th. So have to close out this half and see if that statistic comes true. Runner on first still is Talley with 1 away. Here's Tanner Kerwer. Kerwer 1 for 2 today. Reyes looks back at the runner on first. And now he'll come home to the batter. Ground ball up the third base line. Sounded like he sprinted under his bat. They're going to go for 2, 5, 4, 3. They'll get the out at second, and it'll turn into a fielder's choice as they're not able to complete the out at first. Miller not able to pick it up. A tough throw by Stokes. I don't think that they would have gotten, even if it was a clean throw there. Just a slow roller off the bat of Kerwer. And so they'll get the lead runner in tally, but they'll be 2 away now for Nick Podkul. Reyes sends his first offering home to Podkul. It's a called strike. And now Duran is going to head out to talk to Reyes something about getting Podkul out here. A good time for me to share my On This Day in Baseball Town history. On July 24th, 2014, at Reading, the largest fireworks show in the history of First Energy Stadium. So that is our Carpenter Mega Blast show that gets larger each and every time it airs. Draws a record crowd of 9,961. And Reading won that game 6-1. Seen a couple of Mega Blast shows so far this season. One crowd of 9,100. As Duran heads back behind the plate. Reyes looks over at the runner, Kerwer on first. Got a couple of Mega Blast shows coming up in the next homestand. I believe the Saturday game is a Carpenter Mega Blast show, but some other fireworks shows as well. So you'll have to check out ourphils.com for the schedule and all of the fireworks information. Going as the runner, Kerwer. Duran loses control of the ball, and he's going to reach second on a stolen base. As Kerwer gets himself into scoring position now with Nick Podkul still up at the plate and 2 away. Infield back deep here to Podkul. 1 ball, 1 strike from Reyes. Reading has a 6-run lead over the Fisher Cats here in the bottom of the 6th. This one is grounded up the third baseline foul, and it's 1-2. Both teams 5 hits, but Reading able to put on a 6-run top of the 4th, and that's how they still lead this ball game. Podkul takes a 1-2 in the dirt. Duran, nice sliding block, and that makes it 2-2. Last night, the bullpen really shined as Tyler Carr came in relief, inheriting a run. With no outs in the 5th, got all 3 outs and did not allow anyone else to score. Then James MacArthur pitched 3 clean innings of work. And as Carlos Reyes gets a called strike to Podkul, that will send down the Fisher Cats here in the bottom of the 6th. They failed to score. And Reyes shining out of the bullpen for his first time in Double-A as we head into the top of the 7th. Reading leads by 6.
The Reading Fightin' Phils are proud to partner with the Berks County Mental Health and Developmental Disabilities Program. Together, we are striking out the stigma in order to raise community awareness about mental illness and the prevention of suicide. with 3 simple words, "Are you okay?" The hope is to begin a conversation to show Berks County that we care. Suicide affects and hurts everyone, but help is here, and we'll work together to raise awareness about suicide and identify what we can do as a community to prevent it. People in need of assistance and support should call Crisis Intervention at 610-236-0530. That's 610-236-0530. The Fightin Phils know who to call for trash and recycling services. A proven winner, JP Mascaro and Sons. The industry leader for over 50 years. Trust the familiar Mascaro Blue Elephant to provide dependable, quality service for your home or business. That's JP Mascaro and Sons, one of the top companies in its industry. Trash and recycling services for home, business, and industry. We are hiring and have open positions in Berks County. Check our website for open positions at jpmascaro.com or call 1-888-MASCARO. JP Mascaro and Sons, ready to serve you.
A call to the bullpen here for the top of the 7th inning as Ellen Best will hand the ball over to Graham Spraker. Ellen Best, 2 2/3 innings of work, shut down the Fightin Phils, just 2 hits and 1 walk issued, 4 strikeouts to his name. And now New Hampshire will call upon Graham Spraker as they trail by 6 here in the top of the 7th. Josh Stephen is going to head up to the plate too. He's had a 2-hit day. Already seen Spraker once in this series. 2 innings of work, 3 hits, 1 run, and 1 strikeout on 34 pitches. And his first offering to Josh Stephen is below the knees for a ball. Reading 6 runs on 5 hits, 1 error in the field. New Hampshire no runs on 5 hits, and they have not made an error in the field. Way inside to Josh Stephen. So he gets back. 2 balls, no strike. Reading has recorded 2 shutout victories as a team. Once is a win at Harrisburg, and once, of course, in that no-hitter at Erie. Stephen takes 2 straight called strikes in a row, and the count is 2-2. Stephen will get another hit to his name. A liner in the gap on the left side of the infield is going to drop in front of the left fielder Kerber, and he'll head to first here to start off the top of the 7th. Here's Madison Stokes. Josh Stephen has really improved here in the month of July, really month by month if you look at it. Back in May, he was batting .096. Then in June, he raised it to .203. Now he's batting .255 in July. Really impressive to see his improvements there across the board as Madison Stokes heads up to the plate. He'll send one foul. Nice catch by a fan to take home a souvenir in the stands. The righty reliever Spraker out of Arizona has had some AAA experience before. Drafted in the 31st round back in 2017. Out of Quincy University, Stokes fouls another one back. It's 0-2. Reading scoring all 6 of their runs so far in the top of the 4th. That's really been all the action. A couple other innings each team has threatened, but nothing else across. Reading looking to change that here in the top of the 7th. Stokes up at the plate now with Josh Stephen on first. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Spraker kicks and fires home upstairs. It's 2-2. Glove at his chest on the right side of the rubber. He'll kick and fire home. Stokes fouls another one back. The Fisher Cats are 5-7 on Saturdays. And they are 10-10 in their home whites. Sprayer gets a foul ball again out of Madison Stokes. Sprayer started the season in extended spring training, so was not on the Fisher Cats opening day roster, but joined later in May as Stokes holds off on an offering downstairs. It's a full count. And with Josh Stephen on first and nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning, the payoff pitch comes into Stokes, and he is going to strike out swinging. That is his 3rd K of the day as he sends himself back to the dugout. 1 out now in the top of the 7th for Grenny Kumana. Kumana upping his batting average to .429 today after that RBI single in the 4th. And he'll chase the first offering. He sees 92 on the radar gun from Graham Spraker. Righty batters just bat 143 against the righty Spraker. Lefty batters have a little bit easier of a time, batting 286. Stephen hustling back to first. Kumana chases another offering. He's down 0-2. 1 runner on and 1 out here in the top of the 7th. Reading leads by 6. And Sprayer working very slowly here against the Fightin' Phil's batters. Game has slowed down dramatically since the first 3 innings. And Kumana fouls one back, so the count stays 0-2. Only at about the 2:16 mark. Nothing really compares to that 4-hour and 10-minute game earlier in this series. Although, I was reading about a 6-hour and 36-minute game in the Gulf Coast League, which I personally could not imagine calling. That's just me. I think the game was like 22-21. See if I can pull it up for you guys. Here it is. Yep, the Seattle Mariners, DSL, 22 runs to the New York Yankees secondary team, 21 runs, 15 hits, 13 hits, and it only went 10 innings. Just a lot of back and forth, as Kumana fouls this one back. And is that Jack Conley down there in the bullpen who's just crawling out of the way? They're trying to hide behind the tarp. Obviously, don't want to interfere in any play. As Kumana pops out in foul territory to the third baseman, that is out number 2. I cannot imagine trying to call a 6-hour and 36-minute game, let alone playing in one. Interested to note how many fans possibly stayed through that ball game. Summer leagues out there. Reading leads by 6 here in the top of the 7th. They do have a base runner on in Josh Stephen, but there's 2 outs now for Rodolfo Duran. Duran 0 for 2 with a walk today. And he takes strike 2. All the way upstairs above Duran's head, and that's 1 ball. Podkol is holding Stephen on at first, while Taylor plays closer to the bag at second, so Duran has a lot of room on the right side of the infield to work with. 1 ball, 2 strikes outside. You can make it 2-2. There is someone warming up in Reading's bullpen, so unlikely that we'll see Reyes for another inning of work. Coming home is Sprayer. Chopper charging the shortstop Martin, and he makes the play on the run for out number 3. A great defensive play by the shortstop to strand Josh Stephen on, but Reading still up by 6. We'll take a stretch here at the ballpark. You do so yourself at home, and we'll be back for the bottom of the 7th.
The award-winning Reading Hospital Tower Health Character Pool Party provides an unforgettable night out with your family and friends. Enjoy a baseball game while swimming in the 87-degree heated pool directly behind the right field home run wall. Plus 2.5 hours of all-you-can-eat buffet and photos and autographs with the crazy hot dog vendor and the Fightin Phil's mascot band. Regular game tickets are $30 per person for groups of 20 or more. Give us a call today at 610-370-BALL.
T-Mobile is the leader in 5G coverage and speed. No one else covers more Americans with the fastest 5G. The R-Phils are proud to introduce T-Mobile as the title sponsor of our Plaza Stage. Fightin Phil's fans can continue to expect great performances on game days and non-game days. The T-Mobile Stage is home to great bands, such as the Truest Fightin's mascot band and many others. It will also continue to house great musical performances during the off-season.
Unlike any other area at First Energy Stadium, the Stadium 61 Dugout Suite puts you at the closest seat to the action on field, located just feet away from the diamond on the first base side. With covered seating, ability and motion accessible seating, and the most unique view around, your group will thank you over and over again for a one-of-a-kind experience. Tickets for the Dugout Suite are $27 and include options to add food or drink packages.
A call to the bullpen here for the bottom of the 7th inning. I'm getting ahead of myself. Nick Lackney is called upon to take the ball away from Carlo Reyes. I will get you the final line on Reyes in just a second, but Lackney has been really solid for the Reading Fightin' Phils after being called up from Jersey Shore. He'll face the 8-9 hitter in Chris Beck, Reggie Pruitt, and then back to the top of the order with Austin Martin. Sends a first pitch strike into Beck. And the lefty reliever gets a ground ball over to Tatum. It's fair all the way across the diamond. Right on the money goes McCarthy Tatum, and that is out number 1. Reyes in his Double-A relief debut, 2 innings of work, 1 hit, no runs across the board, 1 walk, and 2 strikeouts. Does so on 38 pitches, so he'll get the hold there if the Fightin' Phils are able to pull this victory off. And Nick Lackney now coming out for the 7th, quite possibly the 8th and 9th. We typically see him for 3 innings. Usually the first guy out of the pen. We'll see him as the second guy out today. Last outing, 2 innings of work, no hits or runs, 1 walk, 3 strikeouts. He recorded the win against New Hampshire the other night. That was on the 21st, actually. And he'll get a strike out of Reggie Pruitt. Lackney, 6 of 8 in scoreless appearances, so 75% of the time he comes out, he is scoreless against the opposing team. As he gets a strike out of Pruitt, it's 1-2. And that's strike number 3 as Duran is forced to send the drop third strike over to first, but a quick 2 outs for Lackney here in relief. And we'll go to the top of the order with Austin Martin. Reading leads by 6 here in the bottom of the 7th. All 6 of those runs being scored in the 4th inning. Nobody has scored in any other innings. Reading 6 hits compared to the Fisher Cats 5. And Austin Martin fouls the first pitch back he sees, 0-1. This one is a little bit low, and it's 1-1. Exactly 1 month since Nick Lackney has been promoted officially from Jersey Shore. June 24th was when he officially signed, but he did have one earlier appearance, as this one is lined right into the glove of Madison Stokes. A quick 3 up, 3 down for Nick Lackney, and we'll discuss him more if we see him in the 8th, but that sends the Fightin' Phils back-to-back in the top of the 8th inning with their 6-run lead to their name.
The Acme Distribution Center in Denver, Pennsylvania is hiring warehouse positions now. Attend Acme's Job Fair Wednesday, July 14th from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 500 South Muddy Creek Road in Denver, Pennsylvania. Starting rate of $19.30 per hour, including premiums. Potential first-year earnings of over $50,000. Acme offers industry-leading benefit packages with family coverage and a $2,500 retention bonus. Hiring this Wednesday, July 14th. To learn more or register, go to hiringeventdenverpa.com. Savage Auto Groups is a proud sponsor of the Reading Fightin' Phils. Our large inventory and wide selection of models, along with competitive pricing, allow us to make great deals on many vehicle makes and models. Visit Savage 61, Kia, and L&B in Berks County for all your automotive needs. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located conveniently between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, the Manor Golf Club offers a true test of golf on a traditional championship-style golf course where shot making takes precedence over length. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information.
Graham Spraker comes out for another inning of work here in the top of the 8th. He'll face off against McCarthy Tatum, who takes a called strike to start things off. Reading still leads by 6. That was the 6th run fourth that has so far kept them ahead in this ball game. They've threatened a couple times. New Hampshire has threatened a couple times, but nobody has been able to send anyone across the plate as Tatum chases pitch number 2. He's down 0-2. Lackney had a really quick and easy 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. Did so on just 9 pitches. 7 of them were strike as Tatum takes a ball upstairs. The 1-2 now a called strike 3, and Tatum knows it as he heads back into the dugout. That's out number 1 here in the top of the 8th. Colby Fitch heading up to bat. He and Matt Kroon, the only 2 in the starting 9 to not reach so far in today's contest, as Kroon steps into the lefty batter's box. Now, I was saying earlier that Sprayer has a tougher time against lefties, bat 286 against the righty reliever, so Colby Fitch could have a chance to get something going, though he'll take a called strike to start things off. Fitch takes a call to strike number 2. And Sprayer working a little bit quicker in this half inning. He'll kick and fire home, and Fitch checks his swing, but he doesn't go around on a fastball upstairs. It's 1-2. This is a called strike 3 as Corey will ring up Colby Fitch on a fastball upstairs. Get some words in before he heads back into the dugout. And that is out number 2 on back-to-back called strikeouts for Spraker here. And it's Luke Miller who heads up to bat. Miller this time will take 2 straight balls. 1 for 2 on the day with a double in the last half inning and a walk. Scored a run in that 6-run fourth. And I'll take a called strike on the outside corner. 2-1. Infield backing up here to Luke Miller. The outfield does the same with 2 outs. And Miller will chase 93 upstairs from Sprayer. And a swinging strike 3 will get the job done for the reliever. He strikes out the side here in the top of the 8th, and then he'll send Nick Lackney right back out for another inning of work here in the bottom half.
Shots Electric has been in business 45 years. Tompkins Vist Bank does everything for us, from our banking to our insurance. They provided us new ideas and solutions. For example, remote deposit. It's very convenient because it's 24/7. I'm confident Tompkins Vist will be with us in the future.
Tompkins Vist Bank and Tompkins Insurance. Service, stability, strength. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. Tompkins Insurance products are not FDIC insured and are not bank guaranteed.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yingling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Vist Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
The Reading Fightin' Phil's birthday party package is the best way to celebrate a birthday. Whether you are a youngster or an adult, there is no better birthday than a Fightin's birthday. The Fightin's Fan Birthday Package is customizable for fans of any age and starts at just $120. Base packages include 10 general admission tickets to a Fightin's home game, an autographed baseball, and a VIP reserved parking spot. Fans can also add a wide variety of experiences and options to make sure your favorite Fightin's fan's birthday is a grand slam.
Well, after Reading has 3 straight strikeouts, Nick Lackney will be out for another inning of work. He got a 1-2-3 bottom of the 7th. We'll see what he could do here in the bottom of the 8th as Samad Taylor heads up to the dish. Takes the first pitch called strike and fouls the second offering he sees back, so he's down 0-2. The lefty sets up on the first base side of the rubber. He'll come home. Taylor checks his swing, but he doesn't go around. And it's 1-2. Taylor stays alive. There is someone warming up in the bullpen for the Fisher Cats. I would not be surprised if Reading used Lackney to get these 3 outs in the next final 3 as he sends Taylor back to the dugout, out swinging. That's out number 1 here in the bottom of the 8th. Roshan sends this ball deep to left field. A sliding Brenny Kumana comes up with it as he dives head first for the ball. That is an SC top 10 if I ever saw one for out number 2. As Kumana makes an incredible catch in shallow left center field. And 5 up, 5 down here for Nick Lackney. He'll face LJ Talley now. Talley takes a first pitch ball and a second pitch strike to make it 1-1. Lackney working quickly now, gets the sign from Duran. Pitch comes in and just a little bit too far. It's 2-1. A ball gets passed out of the bullpen and into the field of play, so it's going to hold up the game for a second as the umpire Jude Corey comes to get it in his grasps. Baseballs are flying everywhere here as another ball trickles from the bullpen. I know they've got the catcher there and they've got a backup guy watching everything, but these balls are going rogue by whoever's warming up down there in the bullpen. Now back to the ball game as Lackney sets up on the mound. The 2-1 comes in, a perfect strike, and it's 2-2 here in the bottom of the 8th with 2 outs, and Reading still leading by 6. Of course, the Fisher Cats are the home team, so they will get to bat in the bottom of the 9th as this ball bounces before the plate and evens the count, moves the count to full. And that is strike number 3 to LJ Talley. Another 1-2-3 inning from the reliever Nick Lackney to shut down the Fisher Cats here in the bottom of the 8th as we go into the 9th in this ball game. Reading still leading by 6.
At Savage 61, our goal is to assist you in making a confident decision. Our friendly professional staff members are available to answer all of your questions and listen to all of your needs. Whether you're shopping for a new or pre-owned vehicle, we're ready to help you with your search. Visit our dealership on Pottsville Pike today. The R-Phils and Savage 61 are excited to bring you Fightin's Baseball live from the comfort of your own home. If you are listening to this now, you're probably watching on YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to check us out on rphils.com/pressbox for all the elite baseball information on the Fightin' Phils. The world-famous Fightin' Phils mascot band celebrates its 21st season in 2021, with pregame concerts starting Saturdays in May thanks to Truist. You heard right, actual mascots playing in a rock and roll band. See Quack the Rubber Duck on lead vocals and guitar, Screwball on drums, Bucky on bass, Change Up on bongos, and Blooper on lead guitar. A real band jamming on the T-Mobile stage before Saturday games this season. Don't miss the one-of-a-kind Fightin' Phils mascot band. Pre-game on Saturdays thanks to Truist.
Well, a pitching change here for the top of the 9th as Fitz Stadler takes the ball from Graham Spraker. And Matt Kroon is going to lead things off 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. He'll foul the first pitch he sees back into the net behind home plate. It does look like Brian Marconi is warming for the Fightin' Phils here for the bottom of the 9th. If the score stays as it is, wouldn't be a save situation for Marconi, though. As we've seen, the 9th inning, not safe at all on either end, so you never know. Want to go with your elite closer, perhaps. And we haven't seen Marconi in a couple of days. But nevertheless, Matt Kroon up to bat here as we still got the top of the 9th to get under our belts. 0-2. Infield back deep here to Kroon. The righty Stadler will set up, kick and fire home, and he just misses outside. Stadler 29 innings and 45 strikeouts here in relief, 21 games of relief, 21 outings for the Fisher Cats, a 5.28 ERA. And Kroon will strike out swinging. That is his 4th K of the day as he chases an offering upstairs. 99 on the radar gun. You think that's correct, Tom? Tom nods his head. Yeah, he thinks that's correct. So we're back at the top of the order with Archimedes Gamboa now 1 away here in the top of the 9th. Stadler sends a ball home to Gamboa. It is 1-1. Stadler's last outing against Reading, he followed Spraker, 1 inning of work, 3 hits, 2 runs. They were earned, 1 walk, and 1 strikeout on 27 pitches. That was Tuesday night. Much more successful against lefties as Gamboa bats from the left side. Stadler has a 138 average against, and righties bat 304 against the reliever. He has not allowed a home run since May 23rd, which is pretty impressive. As Gamboa takes a strike, it's 1-2. And it's way upstairs, up and away, and the count evens at 2. Stadler takes his time walking off the mound as they get some fresh baseballs. But now he'll get back on the third base side of the rubber. And he'll come home once again, miss up and away to Gamboa. And it's a full count now as he works his way back into this at-bat. One away here in the top of the ninth. Reading leads by 6, and this misses inside as Gamboa heads to first on a walk. And I do believe that will be his last at-bat of the day, barring some sort of incredible wonder. So he will lose his hit streak today, but he will extend his on-base streak to the longest of the season with 14 games that he has reached successfully in one way or another. Today he'll do it on walks, so congratulations to Gamboa there, and exactly what the Fightins are looking for out of their leadoff batter. The wave going on around the ballpark. I have not seen the wave at all this season. This is my first wave. Pretty successful, I would say, honestly. Anyways, Josh Steven at the plate. He'll take a first pitch strike. The catcher, Beck, comes out to give some signs to his team. Gamboa over at first. He does lead the team in stolen bases. 5 on the season, has not yet been caught stealing. Wow, the wave is still going. It's died down a little bit. Steven chases the pitch, 0-2. He has had a 3-hit day. 2 of those hits coming in the 4th inning. They're going again. 1 ball, 2 strikes here to Josh Steven at the plate. Gamboa is on first. There's 1 out in the top of the 9th. And he comes really close to Josh Steven. He might actually have smacked him in the helmet. Definitely heard something there. Don't know what it made contact with. Corey's checking with Josh Steven. He's going to pick up his bat, so seems okay. Maybe it smacked his bat. That might have been the noise we heard. And Sean Williams is going to just come down and have a chat with Jude Corey behind the plate. Steven seems okay, maybe a little bit shook, as Williams is checking with Josh Steven to make sure he's all right. And Stadler is walking around the mound. He's probably 4 or 5 feet behind the dirt circle in the middle of the diamond. Now he'll get back on the rubber as Steven situates him back in the lefty batter's box. And here's the 1-2, down and away, 2-2. Steven will have a 4-hit day as he pops this one to the left of Kerr, where it tracks all the way to the wall. A stand-up double, his second double of the night here in the top of the ninth, as Gamboa will hold up at third. What an impressive day for Josh Steven at the plate. So with 2 on and just 1 out, Reading is threatening once again. They'll send Madison Stokes up to the dish. He's had 1 hit but struck out 3 times, and the kind of guy who you can see his frustration on his sleeve down there. But gets right back up to it with a positive outlook, always. Chases a pitch that brings him to his knee. It's 1-1. And Stokes, another swinging strike, gets 1-2. Stokes holds off on a pitch in the dirt. It moves to 2-2. Stokes with 2 on and 1 out here in the top of the ninth will take a fastball at the head, but he'll be able to duck out of the way in time. And it's a full count here from Ryan Stadler in relief. The infield is playing in. They're trying to preserve any more runs from coming across the plate. Stokes on the payoff pitch gets a piece of it, fouling it back, so the count will remain the same. And another payoff pitch. He'll chase a fastball upstairs. 95 on the gun from Stadler. And Stokes will go down swinging. That's out number 2 here in the top of the ninth for Grenny Kumana. And a quick meeting at the mound as the entire infield comes in. And Beck will head out to talk to Stadler here with Kumana up at the plate. And Archimedes Gamboa at third, Josh Steven at second. And now everyone will head back to their respective positions here. And Grenny Kumano will step into the righty batter's box. As I said before, righty bats batting .304. Ground ball left side, a diving Martin will pick it up and send it over to first, and that is out number 3 on one pitch. Stadler gets Kumana, and Reading will strand 2 runners, but they lead by 6 as they go into the bottom of the 9th, and they will call upon their closer in Brian Marconi.
The Fightins feature special pregame happy hours every Monday through Thursday at the Yuengling Hometown Tap Room. Tompkins Bank Plaza opens at least 2 hours before game time for all happy hours. In addition to $1 off Rusty Rail Brewing thanks to Windsor Distributing, all happy hours feature live music on the T-Mobile stage. That's happy hour every Monday through Thursday home games thanks to Rusty Rail Brewing and Windsor Distributing.
Savage 61 is a proud sponsor of Fiesta Fridays. Enjoying our Phil's game, great food, music, entertainment, and so much more here at the ballpark. The team will play as the Los Luchadores and will be wearing their Los Luchadores de Reading Latino tribute uniforms. Visit Timmy Profit and Savage 61 Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership for all your automotive deals.
Feasers Incorporated, a family-owned full-line food service distributor located in central Pennsylvania. Services restaurants, sporting facilities, theme amusement parks, healthcare facilities, educational facilities, and other institutions throughout Pennsylvania and the Mid-Atlantic region. For over 100 years, Feasers and its employees have committed themselves to making customer service their highest priority. Feasers works hard to provide customers with the products they require, delivered by their helpful fleet drivers. Feasers is large enough to serve and small enough to care. For more information, call 800-326-2828 or Feasers.com.
Brian Marconi comes in to take the 9th after Nick Lackney faced the minimum in relief, recording 3 strikeouts and absolutely shutting down the Fisher Cats for the 7th and the 8th, and the Fightins will call upon their closer here for the 9th as he will face Ormaloye, Kruer, and Podko. Ormaloye 0 for 3 today. 1 ball and 1 swinging strike. Reading had that 6-run 4th inning. That is all the runs that have scored in tonight's contest so far. Both teams have threatened on this Saturday night, but they have failed to score. And a swinging strike from Ormaloye will make it 1-2. Marconi sends a ball in, and it moves the count to 2-2. And that will, a strike will send Ormaloye back to the dugout now. 1 out here in the bottom of the 9th as Marconi looks to put the finishing touches here on this ball game. And he'll face off now against Tanner Kruer, who has had 1 hit on the evening. Reading 6 runs on 7 hits. They did make 1 error in the field, and the Fisher Cats no runs on 5 hits. Back-to-back strikes from Marconi. Makes the count 0-2 here against Kerwer. That is a called strike 3 as Corey sends Kerwer back to the dugout. Back-to-back Ks by Brian Marconi. Sits it down. 2 straight Fisher Cats, and they are down to their final out here in the bottom of the 9th as they trail by 6. A ball issued by Marconi. And it's 1-0. This one popped foul onto the roof. And it's 1-1 now with 2 outs to Nick Podkul. Podkul 0 for 3 today. Yesterday, also 0 for 3. Not much success in his 2 games back. Fouls another one back, and the Fisher Cats are down to their final strike here at Delta Dental Stadium. Just misses outside, does Marconi, and it's 1-2. Marconi working rapidly here to try to get his Fightin Phils a victory. If they win tonight, they'll at the very least split the series with their 3rd victory. A liner right into the glove of Archimedes Gamboa at short, and that will end this ball game. Your Reading Fightin Phils take game number 5 by a score of 6-0 here on Saturday night. We'll be back tomorrow at 1:35, a Sunday matinee game for game number 6 against the Fisher Cats. Emily Messina on the air with you guys. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you